Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. I am HPA2. Here with me in the caster's booth is Sins, and of course, Trod on our cameras. Have a nice little matchup for you tonight. Riptide versus Passing Gas. Sins, how you feeling about this one?
We've seen passing gas recently. They took down Lawnmower in a upset match. Maybe they can do it versus Riptide too, but it all comes down to time.
Yeah, 100%. I know we did just see Passing Gas the other night. I can't see them on the rankings yet because I think they were still playing for their ranking matches, but we can see Riptide sitting at plat 1 on our leaderboard as well. So we know the area of range they're fighting for right now, and I'm excited to see how this one goes for sure. We should be getting started here shortly, just getting those teams to ready up.
On Riptide, we have Hollow, Revolta, Biggie, My Guy Chromium, and then on Passing Gas, we have Anon, JB Just Better, Jiggy, and Pinkcan.
Indeed. And I was trying to see if I could see the match history for Passing Gas just because they don't show up on the
Um,
ranking sheet yet, but
I know
it does not
their
pull up. There we go.
first game they played Lawnmower, I do believe. Don't remember the second game. Then their third game, which was last night or the night before, they played Lawnmower again and won that one.
They played one more a second time, did they?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely some interesting scores, but going back and forth there. So, but we should be getting started here shortly as we're hearing those ready ups come in. There we are.
Cool.
Perfect. Sins, if you'd like to take us away for the Joust advantage.
Sure thing. They're starting to come out in 3, 2, 1. Still slow stacks from both sides. Blue wins, Passing Gas with a good headbutt. They will be picked off by My Guy Chromium. Cleared down all the way to Passing Gas's zone. Will stay around in that bubble. My Guy Chromium recovers, throws to Hollow, top, goes for the pocket, misses. And Biggie will recover, shot by Revoltra, and it will be a 2-pointer.
Quite a wild and fast way to go ahead and start off the match. Gonna see how Passing Gas decides to respond to some quick work made by that 2 from Riptide. Right at the tubes, gonna be JB getting that. Hold on to it a little bit. Not really pressure coming in from Riptide until a little bit later from that. Tries to get the quick pass over to Pinkcan, but not quite. It's gonna be a headbutt from Riptide, try to get that possession away from them, but no, recovered, and it ends up back in the Riptide zone. Hollow holding onto that. Me pushing forward here. Seeing a little bit of pressure from Jiggy, but gonna go for the juke out and find the pass over to Revoltra. Revoltra walking towards the bubble now. No one gonna stop him. Pushing into the goal, and with JB in the goal stunned out, that is a slam dunk. Giving another 2 points to Riptide already.
Good slam dunk. Welcome in, Krogers. EML says hi back to you. And Riptide has a 4-0 lead. Passing Gas with the disc on offense. JB over to Anon. Anon tries throwing deep. Will not prevail. Biggie with a clear. Stays down in that trap area. Revoltra over to My Guy Chromium. They will go for the stun. Shot 2 fires. My Chromium has himself an easy 2-pointer.
And already, just 3 minutes into this match, we're seeing 6 points coming in strong from Riptide. Passing Gas with another chance here. JB gonna send that straight down that left tunnel for them, though. Pass doesn't quite connect to Jiggy, though. My Guy Chromium finds the pass over to Revoltra. Vulture pushing forward, gonna find a pass over to Biggie. Just going back and forth here, trying to prevent, as they know those stacks are coming in hot. JB does catch it, but into the self goal. Unfortunately, that is another 2 points up for Riptide.
Always unfortunate when you bring in your own goal. 8-0. Riptide has some good momentum, and they will keep putting on pressure, it seems. Passing gas coming out of the tunnel. Taking their time, walks it up, throws to Anon. Anon throws down, looked like a relay chance, and yes, it will be. Jiggy has crossed shoulder. Doesn't throw, it's the reset to Anon. Anon tries passing to Pink Can. Pink Can recovers. And Biggie will get the disc, throws to Hollow on the right side. Hollow with the clear. And it will still be a loose disc. Blue will get there first. Pink Can maybe trying to get it for the reset. Revoltra to Hollow. Hollow shot corner! And it will hit the inside ding.
Riptide's offense right now making quick work of these shots. I think they're especially making good work on just, I mean, they're just able to walk in before Pasicast's sack can even come back to defend. That is quite rough. And in that case, it was just a matter of getting the disc out the bubble, and they weren't quite able to do that. But right now, they do have an offensive chance here. Instead, it's going to be my guy Chromium who's going to recover that. But Jiggy manages to steal that. Is going to opt for a 3-point shot on the goalie. But Hollow is there to make the save happen. Gonna be Revoltra in the middle zone, finding a pass over to Chromium, who's now pushing into the passing gas bubble, who has a few defenders available. Gonna be spreading around, trying to regain their possession and prevent anything from happening. But Revoltra and Chromium are gonna be moving in here. Chromium gets stunned out as they try to maybe make a pass over to Biggie. Doesn't quite happen though, but is recovered by Revoltra. Over to Hollow, over to Biggie on the top of the clock, but not quite. Biggie does manage to recover it just in time though. Revoltra tries to go for a sly little shot, but not quite. Biggie once again trying to get the pass over to Hollow, but intercepted by passing gas. Tries to get the clear out, but still not out. Bouncing off that geometry a little bit. Biggie holding on to that. Now slowing things down a little bit. They're a little further out. They have more time to evaluate their options, but they might not be as they go into the goal. Save from JB, but I think that landed in the goal again. What is going on? That is 12 points up for Riptide right now.
It looked like JB was trying to flick it away, but did bring it into their own goal. And Passing Gas will have another offensive joust. JB to Pink Can over to the stack on right where Anon will be, but it will be picked off by Revoltra. Revoltra having a stack ready, but it will disband. Jiggy will recover. Great stun there to get Hollow off him. And it will be Anon. Anon throws, hits off station into bottom trench, still loose. Passing Gas recovers. No, they will not. Biggie slaps it away. Where Hollow will be there for another slap. Up the middle. Biggie throws down. My guy Chromium in that top trench walks up. JB throwing some pressure. Hollow slaps back. Still going to be loose after the failed slap attempt. And it will just be sent out of the passing gas zone where Revoltra will recover. Still loose. My guy Chromium shot, and it will be off the ding ring. Anon clears. No, Revoltra will be there for the anti-clear. Hollow on that top will go for a dunk slam 2-pointer.
Passing Gas seems to be having some trouble defending Riptide right now. I do see them keep trying to go for the clears, and I think that is acting quite rough for them because, I mean, especially with Riptide's players waiting for it and ready for something like that to happen, it's just going to end up bouncing or they're going to intercept or something, and that's what we're seeing happen right now. But on their offensive plays, they're going to try to make a pass over to Jiggy with their joust advantage, but attempted intercept and midfield shot, but not quite. It is still going to be recovered by Hollow, who now has straight into the bubble, but Ooh, steal right up in the face from Anon. Is going to try to find the clear, but bouncing off that double diamond geometry again. Chromium with another attempted shot, but JB isn't letting that one happen this time. Going to be moving up in the field here. Riptide's players pretty close together right now. Going to find the route to find a clear all the way down into Riptide zone, but Chromium is going to make it back to recover that. Be playing around with Anon here. Going to find the reset to Hollow. Hollow gonna try to get that clear out. Finds a pass over to Biggie, who's gonna go for the mid shot again. Going for the mail slot there, in fact. He had a little crazy with it there, but it ends up all the way back in Riptide's side once more. Gonna be a little bit of a stack race, but it's gonna be Revoltra and Hollow who are gonna be already on top of that. Moving around a little bit here. Chromium has another chance here, but stolen by Anon. Anon gonna opt for the shot this time, but right off the shield, unfortunately for them. Hollow finding the reset to Revoltra one more time.
Will be Revoltra with the disc. Throws over. Failed pass. And Anon will recover it, but my guy Chromium will be there up the middle. Goalie still looks like he's going to be stunned, but my guy Chromium wasting some time as they do have the lead. Hollow with the disc on a roof, goes shoulder. Shot saved by Pink Can. And Revoltra will recover. Shot fired, and it will be a 2-pointer to make it 16-0.
Brutal first round already from Riptide here, seriously. I'm curious to see if Passing Gas is able to change something about their game here to make things happen. I think it's just a matter of speed, especially on those stacks. And speaking of speed, Hollow with the quick snatch, Zeal and 3 coming in, landing a last minute 3 for Riptide, sitting 1 point between a quite special event just 30 seconds before the round ends.
Can't jinx it at all. Can't jinx it. Passing Gas offensive joust. They will go for 2-2. Nobody there. Biggie will be stunned out though. 21 seconds remain. Goes for the cut, and yes, we will have the mercy. 21-0. Great round from Riptide. Do you have anything you want to say about that Riptide offense?
I mean, how can I not? I mean, that is a brutal first round, all things considered. A 21-0 first round is never necessarily what you want to happen if you're the one with that 0. And in fact, we are going to see a... Ooh, it's not going to tell me. I believe that is a pause coming in from... My thing isn't telling me which one it was from. Either way, it's a mid-round pause. Oh, okay, there we go. It was blue side, which is Passing Gas. Passing Gas expectedly using their mid-round pause here, probably to evaluate what to do about that. Though that mid-round pause is shared by our teams. But regardless, yeah, Riptide's offense just being brutal here, and I mean, and their defense for that matter. I think it's just kind of a matter of fact here that Riptide is acting faster than Passing Gas can react. And that's really important when it comes to, say, stack races, especially when Passing Gas is making a lot of just clears straight down into the field, or sometimes not even making it out of their side of the field. And Riptide is either able to just get their stacks there faster, or already have someone on top of that and maintain that possession. Because it's really just a matter of you need to keep your possession if you can, if you're not actively being pressured that hard, I think.
Agree. Let's go over the stats. As Hollow, 7 points, 1 assist, 1 save. Revoltra, 6 points, 3 assists, 1 save. Biggie, 0 points, 2 assists, 0 saves. My guy Chromium, 4 points, 1 save. Anon has 1 save. JB has 2 saves. Jiggy has 1 steal. And Pink Can has 1 save.
Yeah, and I want to say, also, since we have the stats up there on the stream here, look at the possession time. We're seeing Riptide with 4 total minutes of possession time, and Passing Gas only with 2 minutes of possession time. I feel like that really goes to show what I'm saying, and I can also look at it doesn't show up there, but I can look at the in-game stats, seeing 18 shots from Riptide and only 3 from passing gas. That was, of course, partially a matter of being able to get to the goal, and I think Riptide was very good at forcing passing gas to get stuck on their side of the arena quite a bit. And depending on like how fast your defense can be, that can be quite effective, and I think it was in this case. But that also is a matter of the blind or panic clears, or whatever you wish to refer to them as. But either way, I think passing gas is making a valiant effort, but I think it is honestly mostly a matter of speed at this point.
From the chat, Q on 30 stunts is light. No, it depends on the player though. It all depends on the player basically. 30 stuns can be heavy for somebody. 30 stuns can be easy because some people have 70 stuns by this is over.
Some people have more.
Can't disagree with that statement.
It's rough. No. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, Riptide just brutal first round, not letting up at all. I'm definitely curious as to see what I'm curious what passing gas is discussing right now, because I know they have to be. Because yeah, you have to kind of strategize when something like that happens. There is so much you can do, or rather only so much you can do. And strategizing is probably definitely one of those. Though I'm curious how they really could strategize, because if I am correct anyway, I do, because I think it's a part, especially a speed thing. I mean, there's only so much you can do about speed falling behind, but you can strategize to try to maybe defeat what you think Riptide is doing, the routes they seem to be taking, try to keep them covered, because we did see a little bit in there, or maybe a couple times, where I feel like passing gas actually did start to kind of take a hold of Riptide a little bit, getting pretty consistent like steals and intercepts and whatnot, getting a bit up in their faces and that kind of a thing. And if they can do that again, I think they definitely have a chance the second round, especially with the scores being back 0-0. As long as they can prevent such a crazy lead, then that would be helpful for them, I think.
The good thing about a good pause is it can slow down that Riptide offense that's been so prominent. And it looks like they will unpause, but we do have 30 seconds left until intermission is over. What are you looking forward to seeing this second round, Penny?
I think I'm looking forward to see exactly that. I want to see if passing gas can take on Riptide here, because I do think they have a chance. It is just I think especially about getting that strategy down, and I have to imagine they're doing that. And I think you're totally right, because that speed can rely on momentum a lot of the time, and if you can just kind of break that up a little bit, that's also a wise time to use that mid-round pause. Go ahead and rest up yourself, hydrate yourself, all the good things, and we're gonna get started here right shortly.
12, 11, 10,
As we go to our neutral joust.
8, 7,
If you want to start it, go ahead.
4, 3,
With pleasure, and right out of the tunnels, it is gonna be Riptide. Chromium gonna grab the disc, moving straight into the passing gas zone. Passing gas got 2 players in the bubble, have their stat coming down. Chromium is gonna wait for the pressure this time around. Gonna see it from Jiggy. Does manage to get a pass on the backboard to Biggie, but the steal from JB bounces off the shield though, so it stays within that bubble radius though. Gonna be Biggie getting the sneaky pass over to Revoltra and slamming it in for the 2.
Riptide still getting those early points as usual. And good passes as always. And passing gas will have themselves an offensive joust. Oh, they all miss. My guy Chromium with a easy 3-pointer just takes his sweet time with the 3.
Yeah, you cannot have miscommunications like that. That's unfortunate for passing gas, but does allow Riptide to pull ahead with that 3 already. Just a minute into this round here. Passing Gas cannot be happy with that. I'm sure that may not be great for the momentum or the mind games, really, for that matter. Riptide is going to recover a missed pass off of the Joust advantage. Going to be Hollow trying to move into the bubble here, juking around on the floor here. Going to move into a one-on-one with JB, and JB is good, finding the save and going for a clear through the bottom of the arena there. Hollow is there to prevent it from going too far, though. Gonna be a attempted pass over to Revoltra, but Anon with the steal this time. Gonna get a long clear into Riptide, and this is gonna be a stack race. Gonna be Revoltra on top of that, but not quite, as Revoltra and Pinkcan stun each other out. Gonna be Hollow for Riptide, who ends up getting that, though. JB is going to still prevent that one from happening. Passing Gas fighting hard to get a chance here. His Pinkcan almost recovers that, but gets stunned out just in time. Revoltra now has that. Gonna opt for the clear and maybe attempted pass over to Biggie, but is gonna instead go all the way into Passing Gas bubble, and they are on top of it this time around. Anon has that, gonna try to find the pass to JB, does manage to get it eventually, but does get stunned out. Hollow is probably gonna have a chance to recover here. Might be Jiggy and Hollow going to each other, and it does be Jiggy who manages to get that just in time. Does get stolen by Revoltra though, as they fight over the disc here. Hollow now holding on to that, is all the way in Riptide's bubble again, and we just keep seeing some back and forth here. Biggie now pushing once again. Biggie's just gonna opt to hold on to it a little bit. Not too much pressure. They have a lead right now. There's a lot of time that I'm sure they would love to dwindle down. And Biggie with an open shot going in for the 3. Nobody in the goal to stop that one from happening. 8-0 for Riptide so far.
3 green Dean. What a shot. 8-0 within the first 3 minutes of this round. JB just better with it. Gets stunned out from that great front stack. Was a 1-2-1 it looked like. Hollow with the disc, walks in, gets stunned out by JB just better. And it will be JB just betters again. Clears it out near that middle. Revoltra will be sitting there. Revoltra over to Hollow. Hollow walks it in. Big save by Jiggy, but brought back in by Hollow. And it will be 10-0.
That is rough to deal with. We saw that happen a couple times in round 1 as well, and it is the worst feeling in the world. But Passing Gas is gonna have another chance here. I do think, I could be reading it wrong, but I do feel like Riptide might be getting in the heads of Passing Gas a little bit here, though. Just because, I mean, those goals after goal, and then we're seeing those miscommunications and stuff. I have to imagine they have to be at least a little bit frustrated, and that can lead to those miscommunications. But it's gonna be Biggie going in here. Does miss the angle, though. Gonna be Hollow just outside the bubble who ends up recovering that, though. Gonna try to maybe go for a little bit of a solo play here, but does get stunned out. My guy Chromium tries to make the shot, but Jiggy with the recovery and the save is gonna find a very smooth clear out into Riptide zone. But that stack with My Guy Chromium and Revoltra is right on top of it, opting for a clear right in the outside zone. And actually that's a pass all the way over to Biggie, who might have an open shot from quarter field here. Is gonna find another 3 for themselves, sitting 13-0, just reaching the halfway mark of round 2.
At this point, it's free 3s. You can't really ask for anything else, but maybe getting your stacks faster back there. And JB just better will have the disc. Gets stunned out. Biggie now with it. Will juke around JB, and it will be stolen from Anon after the failed ender. And it will be still a loose disc. Recovered, slapped away from Jiggy. Anon with it, stunned out. My guy Chromium and Biggie's now stacking. Cleared. Has the chance. No, will not. Will be loose and gets knocked down. Biggie with it now. Goes for a slow reset to Hollow. Hollow backwards throw. Missing the pass over to, looks like Revoltra. And Anon will juke around, maybe get his team downfield. And he will fail the clear. And Jiggy will be there. Gets a headbutt, it looks like. Revoltra throws down to Biggie. Biggie Starts floating up slowly, gets stunned out by JP. Good stun there. And it will be passed across, and it will still be loose after the failed pass attempt. My guy Chromium in the bubble, backwards, and the goalie looks like they were just holding on to that block the whole time. And it will be 15-0 with 3 minutes remaining.
9, 8, 7,
It may technically be possible that Passing Gas can store, it can hit 5 threes at minimum in
teams have
3 minutes here, but if this round continues the way that it's going, I'm not sure if we're going to see that happening. I would love to see if Passing Gas can make this go to round 3, but right now, Riptide still continuing their brutal reign here. Biggie pushing into the bubble with an open goal. JB just floating out. But no, Biggie missing the dunk. It's going to bounce out. I think they maybe tried to style on that a little too hard. It's going to bounce all the way loose into Riptide zone here. And we're going to see Hollow has that, but steal from Anon is going to try to go for the open shot, but bounces off that geometry. Not quite how they wanted it to. Chromium finds the pass over to Biggie. Biggie pushing forward, trying to see if they can find an open area there. But it's going to be stolen again by Jiggy. Passing Gas, at the very least, has a lot of steals, especially this round here. It's just a matter of keeping that possession, I think. Right now, they're going to fight hard to do it as Anon tries to find a pass over to JB, I believe, but just a little bit too high. Going to be recovered by Pink Can. Got some pressure coming in from Revoltra here, and as the disc goes loose, Revoltra is going to slap that away. Biggie coming in hot is going to find a clear into the Passing Gas bubble. Oh, not quite into the bubble, actually, as that bounces off of that little root geometry there. Got the stack coming in very fast once again, though. It can be Biggie who ends up opting to recover that, finding a pass over to Hollow, who I think tries to reset it back, but it ends up going loose as there is no one there to collect that one. JB manages to get there just in time, desperately trying to get it over to the Riptide bubble as they have a dwindling amount of time left, unfortunately. It's going to be Anon trying to go for that, but Chromium is on top of that instead, walking towards the bubble very quickly. Might be a one-on-one with Pink Can here, and with them just stunned out, that is a 2-point for Riptide after everything.
That time he did hit the dunk, so he did get the points back. 17-0. 3 points away from the special word, and it will be a Passing Gas offensive joust.
teams have cleared
JB will J-Train on Anon. It will be almost cleared out. Biggie with a shot, but picked off by JB. Will float around that popcorn area. Anon will get it. Biggie maybe going for a bounce pass. Yes, it will. Hollow loose misses the loose disc, and it will stay in their zone for a little longer. Jiggy clears, hits off that barrier, almost having their first points of the game all night. Jiggy tries getting a pass off, but will be picked off by Biggie. And Revoltra doesn't take the shot, but throws it back. Anon tries juking a little, maybe trying to go for the boop shot. JB with a shot in little high. And it will be back to JB. He shoots and hits a 3. And it will be their first points of all night. And that will conclude this match. What do you think, Benny?
Orange has it this time.
17-3 second round is rough. It'll be their first points of the game, but unfortunately also their last. That is, I think that was rough. Unfortunately for Passing Gas, I think Riptide did a great job. Very strong offense, kept their defense nice and strong as well, as they really just kept up their game. I think Passing Gas could have definitely had more of a chance there if, again, I think it just came down to speed, which I think they were doing a lot better with that second round, especially. Sometimes you just ain't got it in the first round, and that's how it goes. But yeah, I think because Passing Gas was doing a lot better. They were stealing a lot. They had a lot better possession, and we can see that on the leaderboard as well, compared to the first round. But Yeah, it still just came down to Riptide being able to pull ahead, I think, and just being a little bit faster, being a little bit more strategic, and being able to, I guess, land those goals especially.
Pyro, sadly, last goal doesn't win it, but yeah, you could say they're the people's champion. Um, Great game. That will do it for all tonight. So, Penny, if you want to send us off, we'll see you later.
So, hey, this has been the Echo Master League. I've been HMA2, Sins, of course, and Trod on our cameras. We hope everyone has a great night. Thank you.